All right, welcome back. Today we're diving into a problem that, let's be real, probably drives you crazy: digital chaos. We're going to break down exactly how to conquer that clutter and build a system that finally actually works.
Oh, you know the feeling. We have all been there. That little spike of panic when you're digging through folder after folder, looking for that one presentation you know is in there somewhere. It's not just frustrating. It is a massive waste of time and a total drain on your brain.
But here's the good news. This is not some personal failure. You're not just a messy person. You're facing an absolute avalanche of digital information every single day, and nobody ever really taught you how to handle it. Well, that changes today.
So before we jump into the solutions, we need to understand what's really at stake here. Let's talk about the hidden costs of all this digital mess, because it goes so much deeper than just an untidy desktop.
You know, our own brains are kind of wired to create clutter. We save everything because of FOMO. What if we need it later? We hold on to old projects because we feel like we put so much work into them. That's the sunk cost fallacy in action. And of course, there's the classic just-in-case habit. It's a perfect storm for digital chaos.
The source material for this explainer uses this phrase, and it is perfect. A cluttered digital life creates a mental maze. It's not just about the files themselves, it's about the cognitive load, the constant low-level stress it puts on your brain, making it harder to think clearly.
In that mental maze, it has very real-world consequences. We're talking about hours of wasted time just searching for stuff. We suffer from decision fatigue. And for businesses, it gets even more serious. Disorganization can open you up to huge security risks, like data breaches, or even legal trouble if you're not complying with regulations like GDPR.
So at the end of the day, that's what digital clutter really is: a silent saboteur. It's quietly chipping away at your focus, draining your energy, and preventing you from doing your absolute best work.
Okay, enough about the problem. Let's start building the solution. We're going to start with the absolute bedrock, the foundational rules you need to create a system that is built to last.
First up, something so simple but so powerful: how you name your files. I mean, just look at the difference here. One of these is a total mystery. The other one tells you exactly what it is, who it's for, and when it was made, without you ever having to open it. It's night and day.
Think about it this way. A great file name tells a little story. You start with the date, year, month, day, so everything sorts itself chronologically. Then, what project is it for? What kind of document is it? And what version are we on? It's a simple little grammar that brings instant clarity to everything.
All right, next pillar. We usually think in terms of folders or tags, but the real magic happens when you use both. See, folders tell you where something is, it's a location, but tags tell you what something is about, so that one file can live in one folder but be connected to dozens of different ideas. It's that hybrid approach that gives you incredible power.
Okay, let's put these pieces together into a killer system. It's called Para, and it organizes your entire digital world around one simple, brilliant question: how actionable is this information to me right now?
So P is for projects. These are your front burner items, the stuff you're actively working on that has a clear finish line. Things like launch the Q4 marketing campaign or finish the deck for Wednesday's meeting. Next, A is for areas. Now, these are different. Projects end, but areas are the ongoing responsibilities in your life. Think finances or health. There's no end date, you just have to maintain a standard over time. The R stands for resources. This is basically your own personal library. It's a place for all those interesting articles, cool ideas, and bits of inspiration that you want to save for later, but aren't tied to an active project.
And finally, the last A is for archives. This is where things go when they're done. A project is complete? Archive it. An area of your life is no longer relevant? Archive it. This is what keeps your active workspace clean, focused, and relevant to what you're doing now.
Now here is a crucial rule to making Para work. Build it as you go. Never, ever create an empty folder. Only make a new folder when you have at least one thing to put inside it. This stops you from creating these vast digital ghost towns of empty folders that just create more clutter.
Okay, we've got the system, but any system is only as good as the habits you build around it, right? So let's talk about the tools and routines you need to actually make this thing stick for the long haul.
First things first, safety. Because what is the point of getting organized if a hard drive crash wipes it all away? The gold standard for keeping your data safe is a simple little rule called the 3-2-1 backup rule. It sounds technical, but it is so simple. You want to have 3 total copies of your important data. Make sure they're on 2 different types of media, like say your computer's hard drive and an external hard drive. And, this is the most important part, one of those copies has to live off-site. The cloud is perfect for this. This is your ultimate insurance policy.
And speaking of the cloud, here's just a quick snapshot of some of the popular options out there for that off-site backup. You've got tons of choices. Whether you need heavy-duty security for your team or just simple, easy collaboration, there's a tool out there for you.
And look, consistency is everything. This isn't a one-and-done spring cleaning. It's about small, consistent habits. Just take 2 minutes every single day to clear out your digital inbox. Spend maybe 15 minutes once a week to review and file things. And as soon as a project is done, boom, archive it. That's it. It's those little habits that prevent the clutter from ever coming back.
Okay, let's wrap this all up by talking about the real reason we're doing any of this. Because, let's be honest, this was never really about having perfectly named files, was it? The real goal here, the whole point, is to free up your most valuable resources, your time and your mental energy. When you're not wasting brain power hunting for files or fighting digital distractions, you can finally point all that focus toward the work that actually matters, the creative, strategic, deep work that really moves the needle.
So, I'll just leave you with this question. Once your digital world is a place of calm and focus instead of chaos, once you've reclaimed all that time and energy, what are you going to build? What will you create?